This video is going to show steps 2 through 10 in preparing your materials for glass etching your school logo. These steps can be particularly tricky. There's a lot of tape handling involved that's kind of hard to understand unless you can see it happen. So as you can see, I've got my design here. I cut out my rectangle and I'm actually just taping it back to the original paper that I cut it from. And I just tape the sides just so it's secure. Then I have a piece of parchment paper that I cut that fits directly over it. Just put it right there. And then I've got a piece of masking tape that's about a 1/2 inch longer than my design. And I'm going to place it directly over the top. And I just want to make sure that the tape runs past the parchment paper so it secures the design and the parchment paper to the paper underneath. And you can see your letters through it. Next step is to trace your design with the X-Acto knife. You don't want to press too hard, you just want to get through the masking tape. It's okay if you get through the parchment paper because that's what it's there for, to protect your tables and countertops, but you don't have to use an excessive force. Okay, you're good. When you're finished cutting with the X-Acto knife, your design should look like this. You should be able to clearly see the marks from your knife. If you do any vowels or any letters that have anything in the inside, make sure you cut those out, like the triangle for the A here. The next step is to cut another piece of masking tape, a little bit longer than the first one, and then stick it to your pants or sweater, the couch, a few times to make it less sticky. So that's what I've done here. And then you're simply going to put this directly over the other tape. And smooth that down. So now you probably shouldn't be able to see your design through, maybe faintly. The next step is to peel the tape off the parchment paper. So you're going to peel back this top layer and you'll see your original bottom layer underneath, and you want to peel them together. So peel them both off at the same time. Then you take your glass. In this case I'm using a glass that I've already etched, but I'm going to do it on the back side. Of course, make sure it's clean, that there's no fingerprints. And then you're going to take your tape and just position it where you want to and push it onto the glass. And then make sure you smooth it out with your hands and rub it. Rub all the air bubbles out. Okay, so the next step is to peel back the tape once again, but this time you only want to peel back the top layer. So when you get to the point where you can see that bottom layer, make sure it's sticking to the glass. You're going to want to do this nice and slowly, especially when you get to the letters part, because the letters are going to want to come off with you. And if it does, that's not a problem. You're going to be taking off the letters anyways, but at this point, just try to keep them all together. And there you go.